All right, how you doing?
Good.
First off, I want to thank you so much for your time. I know time's important to everybody, so I appreciate you doing another update with me.
Okay.
So we're gonna ask the same questions like we usually do. Name, age, and current living situation.
I'm 50 years old. I'm Theresa Monica Milliken, and I'm homeless. And I am tired of living alone out here in the street. As far as who I have involved in my life, who's missing, who's not here with me, and who is waiting for me to finally establish myself and find, I guess, refuge.
Refuge. Okay. Who are those people that are missing?
My children.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Is there what are some things that you think you could do to try to come in contact with them, or have you had a chance to come in contact
You know what?
with them?
I just spoke to my ex-husband like 5 days ago, and when I spoke to him, he's like, "Call me in 30 days." Now, for 5 years, with me a handful, five times a year I call him.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some funny business from when I was in high school. Now, back in the day, my ex-husband used to sell drugs. We both came from the hood. We lived a life, worked jobs, raised kids, private school, everything, and lived, and got divorced. He stopped selling drugs at 23. The social life that we had, as far as the order that we had, is like a normal day-to-day public. You wouldn't know, you know? And so coming to a different state, here being homeless, the homeless people I bump into, I'm lucky to be alive, for real. Because the hood I come from, and like the personality, the secure, like they really do not let anyone in. You know what I'm saying? And they're really personable, nice, but they will cut you off.
Yeah, it takes a long time, wouldn't you say, to get to know and be a part of the brotherhood that goes on when you're out
like
here.
A Michael Jackson video, like Thriller. Like for real, I mean, it's like that. Like they're performing in Vegas, doing that thing, like just jacking my husband.
Wow.
Or it's like, and I'm like, dude, leave him alone. Let him go work and start a life. We really want to start a life and get away from dope.
Man, that's always the goal. You can do it.
When there's artists who are involved, like other artists who have sold, you know, my first introduction to for music producer was Mr. Dopeman, NWA. I was 5 years old in a garage with my brother, 11 o'clock at night, and me and my brother used to study rap, you know, and I used to practice, apply my mind, so you could just keep it white. You knew where I was. I cracked into a cassette tape in the middle of one of Dr. Dre's meetings, and it's violent, where these black men probably, I jump in, they were like, they want to beat a little Mexican girl up, but the business, I thought I was a big girl back then. And I said, I don't want to see you die. I was worried about his life. Isn't that sweet? He was like, just keep, and as a professional, keep the first three white, that's all I got to say. He knew what he was doing, what kind of people was up to date. There you go. So, and I walk away, I call myself. He goes, what are you? Oh, I'm practicing, so I say, demon. So, because I like to tease. Mr. Jolt, man, I stood stuck and I stayed put and I couldn't get rid of, stay put.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I got another question for you. Can you tell me a little bit about your journey? What was your journey like out here? What's it like out here? Are everybody that you talk to, are they nice? Are the stores around here, are the store shopkeepers nice? Are the police nice?
Oh,
things of that nature?
It was rude. When I came into this neighborhood, it was like I went to go reach $5 discount. Not even $5 discount. If I just picked it up and went to go look, demon. What? Automatic.
Yeah, I'm sorry you went through that.
No, but it was funny because his people were like, yeah, there must be something wrong. She's doing it. They get along with it like fan club. I was like, what?
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
wild.
only thing that I knew what was my childhood, all this stuff. I was like, this can't be happening. So my survival skills, my mental, like the only thing I could lean upon was ex. We lived in the neighborhood. Wife of a drug dealer, who only function was taking care of the kids, going shopping. Like I'd be in the same store, you would never see something like that in Vegas. Like if someone yelled at someone, like, yo, why do you call her a demon then? Like something's not right. Or like, bitch, get your
Yeah,
shit straight.
yeah.
Like,
That's definitely
like,
not
you
right,
walk
you
in
know.
like in a zombie land, and we like in a zombie with no man, some shit.
Man, I'm sorry you had to go through that, for real. You know, being in a zombie, is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
Zombie land?
With no man.
Oh, that's essentially what goes on when, you know, people use illicit stuff. Do you use illicit drugs to stay up so no one hurts you or harms you or things of that
I
nature?
usually just stay up so serious things, like some serious ass actions that would make God look like what? Like don't take place or get out of hand.
There it is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that's why, excuse me, a lot of people I talk to, excuse me, they say the same thing. They'll use something to keep them up because, you know, people are scandalous and people do funny things and at the end of the day, they do not want nothing bad to happen to them. So they think staying up is the best answer. And sometimes it can be. You never know. So, what led to your current situation? Actually, you know, you're here now in Arizona. What led to you coming out here?
What legs me coming out there?
Excuse me.
I was in Cottonwood, coronavirus. I was Arizona at work. I was at my trailer in Kingman. My brother lived across the street, and my dad was like, here, I got a little trailer, we put Home Depot, fixed it up. Anyways, he paid for the power. Well, he turned the power off. And I was also here because there's a local here that had, I let stay with me for like 2 weeks.
Okay.
She had, behind my back, laid hands on my father. Had someone lay hands on my father. Yeah. So
Yeah,
she
that's
was
awful.
in my head. But I was in Kingman. The whole production, it's
Yeah.
like they walked in and they were explaining harming my father and explaining, like aggressive, explaining having me locked up. And I couldn't do anything. I couldn't explain what was going on. I could go crazy and I had to sit and take it. So all that,
sorry about
yeah,
that,
and
man.
then
That's awful.
so then having touch bases like this famous person has everywhere a fan. So it was like every one of his fans like knew all this business. My dad was never there. They're like, yeah, but the kid got his ass beat. So how does that feel? Horrible. Go ask
Yeah.
that father right there that has a daughter who feels like that. You know what? Same situation. I'll be there to beat his ass beat. Not one of his fans switch up plates for homeboy. Y'all had opportunity, okay, to get on that board and chalk in your expertise as a white boy. I'm just saying.
So what keeps you going through your times now? What keeps you strong? What makes you not just lay down and succumb to, you know, what's going on right now, being out here on the streets? What keeps you fighting?
Because I have a problem, sir. I have a problem with a problem, and I serve it freaking problems. Like, I have a problem with like major drug dealers, the ones who want to scam you, burn you, want to build like street game and make sure those are boss and make sure that's Jesus Christ people and world.
Yeah,
and
I don't
then
want to. This
sells-
can we not talk? I don't want to talk about
Okay, I'm sorry.
drug dealers.
Yeah, well, you know what?
I get it, but
Yeah.
we don't want to get no one. In
Then there's the law, and you don't want the law.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so.
But I get what you're saying, and it's your story. So go ahead. What you're saying.
So,
without the-
yeah, I'd rather be aware, and I have allergic reactions. If you know anything about drugs, people who have drug addicts who hurt themselves or are wounded, they have to fix themselves and stuff like that. It's innate in them. They're not gonna go with the lavish vanity or like the they want you to go with sex, looks, whatever. and sell yourself short and sell you out into infinity into there's no law, and you get just whoever can have whatever way with you. So I like being aware of all those.
Man, at least, yeah, you definitely got to be aware out here, and you definitely have to, sleep with one eye open. It's dangerous out here. What's it like for a woman being out here and being by yourself? I don't know if you have a husband, a girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever, but I always see you when you're by yourself. I just had to ask, what's it like being homeless out here by yourself? Is it harder, or would it be easier if you had some help?
It's harder, and the only reason why it's harder is because I want to be that one person. Like I never had anyone here, and I know there's a situation. Like I will switch up and get dark. I can't do that. I have to be that one person where they can save themselves. Like they can see the light and they can resurrect, and they're always. Because I've been like that since day one.
Man. What are your hopes for the future?
My hopes for the future. That I get to have a little place, a little secret place, a place where I could hold my own conversation with my mom, relations that I know, and where I'm on grandparents' property. And a place where I can just like keep up, where I can just show up and then unwind for like explain the whole summer or something like that.
Man, nothing wrong with that. Just a place with some tranquility, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody wants a little peace and quiet sometimes, huh? What is something you wish more people understood about being homeless? What is something you wish people would understand about being homeless that they don't understand? Like, is it is it hard? You gotta walk a lot.
You have to walk a lot. Yeah, you do. You have to walk. Seriously. You have to walk. Now I walk where I'm like, girl, walk. And because if I don't, that spirit will leave me, and right now, that is my best friend.
Yeah, walk it.
Walk it.
Man, nothing wrong with that. Walking is good for you. What's been the hardest part about being homeless for you?
The hardest part.
Yeah.
Money, not being able to spend money on frivolous things like food.
Yeah.
I remember I worked a job for like 2 months, but I could never stay at Silver Living because the structure is real strict, and I just didn't like living with other women who were like, I don't know, just got on my nerves.
You like your own peace, right? Your own, just being by yourself. Solo dolo, huh?
Yeah.
Are there places or services that have been particularly helpful to you? Like the church over here? What else?
4 years I've spent Thanksgiving and Christmas over here at the Presbyterian Church. And I like to say something.
Nice. This
is what street does. A lot of street isn't dark. A lot of kids out there do see the light. Now, they're friends with people who are middle-aged or whatever, who have already been through it. And, when you're tied in with the drug trafficking, you pick one drug up, you don't know which part is going to get carried away with your soul. Oof. And I passed out sick at a church. I was sick. I was scared, and I passed out. And there I go. There was empty rooms of sex trafficking. Jesus lit up and told me, please help me find a solution to this. Get rid of, help me. And you could be tied in with something. You don't have to be tapped out, and you don't have to tap your people out. You have to inform them, just cut it off. You don't have to be with the dope dealer and their company. You could just do the dope and make sure they don't get to keep your company. Have your own. That's the problem with people. They the drug dealers want their imagination.
And also, people let you down. People in general tend to let you down. Not all people. You know, you got good and bad everywhere, but a lot of people tend to let you down. That's why a lot of people are interested in like having pets, like a dog, a bird, or whatever. You know, because people do let people down, and it's a sad thing that's going on here. Like, I feel like the empathy is gone. A lot of people have lost compassion for the next man or the next woman, you know, and I think we need to change that. What about you? How do you feel about that?
I feel that there's people out there, and people think other people are willing to offer themselves or serve somebody or lend people to. That's what I usually do when I have friends that don't say shit, and they're like, "Oh, this I won't even let what's ripping them off, like, take them there, but I'll let them go." You know what I'm saying? So there's somebody I won't let them run away with the opportunity that these people have years now to hear it straight, to hear a personality be so obsessed with wanting to just get away and interrupting, interfering, cutting off, and not letting that person like pronounce and be and provide that state of mind that provides for them. And then cuts in, if one day they have it, cuts in and denies it. And then cuts out. And then interferes and makes sure it doesn't intertwine with their daughter touching bases with their, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Getting that into a difficulty. So later on down the road, it makes them happy that their daughter gets lost or whatever, then she gets to assist it. These people I call out, and I don't, but they do, these people need to get stopped. And I would do anything, like, I would love to have the street.
Man, I agree with you. Anybody doing stuff like that needs to be stopped. What's a typical day look like for you?
Typical day. I wake up in the morning. I just look. I'm like, this morning, the morning and I were just like, what?
Are one and the same, huh? And the last question I have for you is: do you have a Venmo or a Cash App that you would like to shout out? So anybody who might see this, you never know. Someone might want to help or be sympathetic to your plight and story. They might want to help your situation out, and that's why. Do you have a Cash App or a Venmo or something you would like to shout out, maybe?
I don't have a Cash App. You know what? Oh, God, I really don't.
You don't?
I wish.
Well, if someone wants to help this young lady,
you know what? I do have a. I'll give you a card, a number of a card. Wait a minute.
Not a card. If there's a phone number on there, I don't want that. But does it have your?
My go-to card. It's just a credit card. I'll give you the number on it.
No, no. If anybody wants to help this lady, young lady, just go ahead and send it, and we'll find her. I always see Theresa out here, so I'll find her.
Yeah,
and,
if I apply a
her.
really good sign, go ahead and donate so I can get these opportunities to cut and seize and snap the switch. So we can turn the tables, yeah, and make a little like scratches and wounds on us disappear. But on the rough edges, we made sure we took all those scrapes and burns, so the newborn baby, a 2-year-old kid, doesn't have to hurt when it's perfectly fine to be healthy, be protected when you're on your feet, and everything else.
Thank you so much for your time and your interview. I'll see you next time.
Okay.
Bye-bye.